Facts friends, today we're looking at Roland's JV-880 rack unit synthesizer. A classic? Question mark? Since this is a rack unit and by design it's ready to accept signals from other devices, I thought we'd start with a sequencer of a similar vintage. These are some tunes from the Roland PMA5, but MIDI implementation is a little bit trickier than I thought it would be. It's all a little bit muddled up, but the vintage soundscape is coming through loud and clear. Sounding a little bit dated to you? Well, it should be noted that this does have an expansion slot in the top here. But alas, that slot is empty, so let's choose some individual sounds and run through some one-track MIDI loops that I've created. I thought that sounded really good. Let's try the same loop again with something a bit more synthetic. Seek and ye shall find. Here's some more PMA5 presets. And I'm just rotating the JV-880's sound selection dial as the loop goes around. Default piano sound. Nothing too exciting. Yeesh. Let's try some manual play. Beautiful slow strings here. And the occasional weird sound. But without any expansion, it's generally best to stick to the classic sounds. Here's some horns. And keys. Incidentally, Gear Facts friends, I just want to say that during the making of this video, I found that a rack unit is a very uninteresting thing to film, so I'm using a lot of imagery and special effects in this video. Let's turn up the volume a little bit. The classics, coming through really nicely. steel drum solo. And back to the electronic. Just a few more classic sounds before we move over to a different MIDI controller, friends, finishing off with one of the 3 drum kits available. Okay, so the next MIDI controller I'm going to use is a Yamaha DJ-X, and we're crossing between brands here, so I'd expect more trouble with MIDI implementation. Let's see how we go. Okay, so that was pretty much unrecognizable to what was originally composed. Let's see if the expressive controls work. Pitch bend yes, filter no. Back to some of my homemade loops now. I think this is where I got the best results with the JV-880.
Well, I mentioned in the middle of the video that I was feeling like the sounds were a little bit dated, and I have to say, friends, I stand by that comment. All through making this video, I found myself harassed by nasty, gnarly sounds from the 90s that really have no place in modern music. I'm not disputing that the sounds are very professional, they're beautifully sampled and they play back really well, but you're going to be constantly wrestling with that datedness, and I think you're going to rely heavily on that expansion slot. However, now that I've said that, I'm sure that there are a lot of people who are going to disagree, probably quite vehemently in many cases, so let me know your opinion, and I'll see you next time on Gear Facts.